You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well done with that counter shot. His jab just got blocked. Punch, counter punch. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? He threw a punch and just got countered. Back and forth they go. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next.
There's the bell to start round 8. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That jab doesn't find a home. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. You've got someone with that. Did you see that? Canelo Alvarez just got rocked. The pound-for-pound king, Canelo, is down. Could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. We're live at the CompuBox Academy. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. It's David Benavidez. He's 6'2" with a reach of 74.5 inches. It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, turned pro at the young age of 16 years old, and by the age of 20, Roy.
This bout is...
All the talking has been... Here we go for round one. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Good counter punch. Nice defense there to stop the right hook. Nice defense on that hook. Nice counter shot. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Throws the jab, but does not score. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about David Benavidez in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little trick you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
They block that jab. The courage on display here is incredible. A perfect counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round.
Come
That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so easy.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Just keep him on.
Get this boxing back together. I need you to go back out there.
That's it. Now just stick a few body shots in there.
On to the third. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Won't score. They block the left there. Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. Straight right just misses. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. They exchange punches. They're both trying for a knockout. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez.
Come on, switch on.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How much confidence do you build? Hold it right there! And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez out. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
That jab doesn't find a home. Nice counter shot. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
It's all offense all the time. Benavidez might be ready to go. And now they're right back into the fray.
Benavidez now needs to steady the pace, get the pace back to normal.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez. Let's start the sixth. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about David Benavidez in that last round. They got the momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that? Here we go, it's round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Believe what we're seeing. Those counter punches have to hurt. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Nice counter. Misses with the straight left. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez. Round 8, and we're off again. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Beautiful counter shot. No rest for the weary. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Oh my word, down goes RJJ. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style. What a pace. To get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.